Nibir, Uzair, Rahim Ahmed, Muhammad Talukdar, Mariam Ali, Zahra, Zahruddin, Inaya Ak, Fadi,
Is it got on or off? Because some people at home.
if there's any more girls upstairs, please send me back. Is there any more girls?
Yeah. This is using the mic? No, okay. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Nahmaduhu wa nasalli ala Rasul Kareem. This is a very powerful book for those who follow the madhabs and want to understand and gain knowledge and depth of what following a madhab is, how important it is, and is it something which is bad, weak, or did the ignorant do, or is it something someone who might not be on a level of a very learned scholar should do, and it's an obligation upon them to do. So it will show many examples. It's in a question and answer format and give you a lot of information in terms of the importance of following a school of thought and the imams of the school of thoughts and how they built the school of thoughts, who followed them, and all the objections people have with regards to following a school of thought. So we did about ijtihad, mujtahid. A mujtahid, a person who does ijtihad. Mujtahid, a person who has so much knowledge of Quran and Hadith and very knowledgeable of the Arabic language and has in-depth knowledge of Quran and Hadith and the opinions of Sahaba, and is very intelligent, memorized a lot of Hadith, thousands and thousands of Hadith, and then can derive a rule from Quran and Hadith directly. So he's a mujtahid. Then you have taqleed, a person who then follows a mujtahid blindly, because of course he doesn't have the knowledge and tools to do independently, so he follows him blindly. It's called a muqallid. And then you have some examples. We did few famous mujtahidun, like the Imam, four Imams: Imam Abu Hanifa rahimahullah, Imam Malik rahimahullah, Imam Shafi rahimahullah, Imam Ahmed bin Hanbal rahimahullah. And then were there only four madhabs, or other madhabs also existed? Where we mentioned many Imams. Then another topic, there is one Quran, one Nabi, one Messenger. There were also why different madhahib, why different school of thoughts. Then we discussed about, can all four school of thoughts be right at the same time? How can we be certain about the credibility of these four Imams? These four Imams who said they are okay, we can follow them. Name scholars who have said that. So we are up to there, Imam Abu Hanifa rahimahullah. So we'll discuss briefly about who Imam Abu Hanifa rahimahullah was. You can get books on Imam Abu Hanifa rahimahullah and his students, and you should read about it seriously. If a person is following a madhab, he should know about the madhab, the Imams, the students of the Imams, the school of thought, how it works, etc. You should study about it. People don't study about the Imams, the students, the school of thought properly before then having doubts about it. Of course you're going to have doubts about the school of thought because you don't know the Imam properly, how knowledgeable he was, what other people said about him, and his students, about his madhab and how it works, their principles, etc. And then of course you're going to fall in doubts. So you should know about the Imams, the madhab we follow, the madhab, the methodology, the school of thought of Imam Abu Hanifa rahimahullah. With regards to Imam Abu Hanifa rahimahullah, who they say was a tabi'i. What's a tabi'i? You have Sahaba, who are the companions of Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and then the students of the Sahaba, they are called the tabi'in, and then the students of the tabi'in are called tabi'in. So tabi'in are the students of the Sahaba. Imam Abu Hanifa was famously known to be a tabi'i, from the tabi'in, students of the Sahaba, because he met some Sahaba. We'll do it shortly now. So Imam Shafi'i, who was a great Imam, one of the four Imams, is reported to have said, people are entirely dependent upon Imam Abu Hanifa rahimullah in fiqh. الناس عيان لأبي حنيفة في الفقه. He said that the people are the children, little kids, children when it comes to fiqh. And another meaning is children in terms of he is the father of fiqh. He is the one who taught people fiqh, how to derive fiqh from hadith, from Quran, how you derive laws, okay? how from Hadith, Quran and Hadith you can say something is permissible, something is impermissible. So Imam Abu Hanifa was a master. He was a father of fiqh, and everyone else with children, they learned from him. Understood? So this is a great praise of Imam Shafi rahimahullah. He's saying, we are all the children with regards to the fiqh of Imam Abu Hanifa rahimahullah. We are very dependent on him. He is the father. Allama Dhahabi rahimahullah, who died 748 after Hijri. Allama Dhahabi, a great Shafi'i scholar, who was a great student of Ibn Taymiyyah rahimahullah. So a lot of people admire Ibn Taymiyyah rahimahullah a lot. Imam Dhahabi was a great student of Ibn Taymiyyah, although he didn't follow Ibn Taymiyyah in everything blindly. And he was known to know the biographies of the scholars. So he wrote massive book, Sir A'lam al-Nubala, and there so many volumes, and he's wrote about the biographies of scholars and narrators, that this person is reliable because so and so said is very reliable. This person is weak because so and so scholar said they're weak, the memory is weak, etc., etc. So he wrote, and not just that, about some incidents in their lives he'll mention. So when it comes to Imam Abu Hanifa rahimahullah, 99% of it just praise and praise of Imam Abu Hanifa, Imam Dhahabi, who's a Shafi'i. So he says, Imam Abu Hanifa rahimahullah met Anas radiallahu anhu, companion of Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, on a number of occasions when he visited them in Kufa. So when Anas radiallahu anhu came in Kufa, Imam Abu Hanifa rahimahullah met Anas radiallahu anhu. Okay, and there's other Sahaba also, other scholars mention he has met. And even if Imam Abu Hanifa wasn't to meet any Sahabi, certainly he met so many senior Tabi'een, those who met Sahaba. So when people say about the Hanafi madhab, Imam Abu Hanifa and the school of thought, and then people say in terms of following the early scholars, Imam Abu Hanifa rahimahullah was right at the front of the early scholars. So when you say, oh, yeah, you should be following the early scholars, the Sahaba, the student of the Sahaba, Imam Abu Hanifa rahimahullah was right at there. So he saw, how they perform Hajj, how they prayed Salah. He listened to how they recited the Quran, etc. So he followed someone right who's at the time of the Salaf, of the pious predecessors. Allama ibn Kathir rahimahullah, who passed away 774 after Hijri, writes about Imam Abu Hanifa rahimahullah. He says, one of the four Imams of the followed madhahib. So here you have Allama ibn Kathir, a great scholar. Allama ibn Kathir also was a student of Ibn Taymiyyah. A lot of people follow Ibn Taymiyyah, admire Ibn Taymiyyah rahimahullah. So Ibn Kathir also was a student of Ibn Taymiyyah, who mainly followed the Hanbali madhab and had his unique opinions. But Ibn Kathir rahimahullah, he was a Shafi also, like Imam